Hey guys, this is Ryan Typhlosion37, coach of the Pittsburgh Steelas, bringing you week 1 of the WPL season 6. Today I'm facing off against Slaybait, coach of the Toronto Torkoals. His full draft is Terrakion, Tangrowth, Swampert, Flygon, Braviary, Ariados, Megabedrill, Entei, Gardevoir, Jolteon, and then Zoroark. And my full roster is Tapu Koko, Gudra, Tentacruel, Rotom Heat, Gourgeist, Sandslash, Megalopony, Metagross, Tornadus Incarnate, Acelgor, and then Bisharp. So, getting into the match, I'll go into my team really fast. I have Swords Dance 3 attacks, Sandslash, Earthquake, X-Scissor, and Stone Edge. To support that, I have Tornadus Incarnate with Tailwind at ×2 speed. Sandslash outspeeds everything and pretty much just sweeps. Tornadus also has Hurricane and HP Ground to hit his entire team. Then Defog just in case Tentacruel goes down and I need to get rid of webs. Tapu Koko has Calm Mind, Thunderbolt, Dazzling Gleam, and Grass Knot with Farium Z to try to hit the Tangrowth as hard as possible. I have Scarf Rotom Heat with Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, Overheat, and then Hidden Power Grass for the Swampert. Gourgeist is my main physical wall. It walls pretty much his entire team except Entei. So I have Will-O-Wisp, Shadow Sneak, Synthesis, and I believe Leech Seed. And then to handle the Entei as well as possible, I have Shookaberry, Tentacruel to take Stomping Tantrum better from Entei. I have Scald, Sludge Bomb, Magic Coat to bounce back webs, and then Rapid Spin to get rid of webs. So I'll start the match here. I lead with Tentacruel, expecting him to lead Ariados. He leads Tangrowth, and I just go for Sludge Bomb as he goes for Knockoff. I almost KO him, which implies that he was most likely not Assault Vest, and as we see after the Sludge Bomb damage, he is Leftovers. So right after that, I'm just going to go for another Sludge Bomb as he goes into the Ariados. And then I'm going to go for Magic Coat as he goes for webs. Then I'm just going to go for Scald a couple of times. He sets up another layer, or he sets up webs again after I bounce him back. On the second Scald, he goes for Mega Horn. Then I'm just going to Rapid Spin the webs away as he goes for Shadow Sneak. And then I outspeed him and KO him with Scald. So having webs up on his side of the field is huge because it slows down things like Beedrill, Jolteon, and Entei, all of which could have done a lot of work to my team, mainly Beedrill, which he does bring in here. I'm going to switch into my Gourgeist, as it is my main switch into this. He is just going to go for Drill Run, attempting to knock out my Tentacruel. It only does 8% as I'm pretty much max physically defensive. I'll just go for Shadow Sneak here to get damage off as he goes for U-Turn. He goes into his Entei, and I'm just going to go into my Tentacruel here and sack it off. I don't need it for anything else on his team. He goes for Sacred Fire, and here I'm expecting to be able to either he's going to switch out or I'm going to be able to outspeed him and get damage with Scald, but he actually surprises me by outspeeding even after webs, which shows me that he is a Scarf Entei. So I bring in Sandslash here and set up a Swords Dance, as I know I can do a lot of work to his team. I'm just going to go straight for Earthquake, and I just knock out his Swampert right off the bat, which is amazing. He'll bring in his Beedrill here and U-turn out, as I just go for Earthquake again. He does bring in his Tangrowth, and that's going to take 30% from the Earthquake, but I will be able to kill it with X-Scissor on the following turn. So this puts me up 5-3, which is great. He goes back into Beedrill, and I'm going to switch into my Scarf Rotom Heat here to take the U-turn. It does 32%, showing that I'm offensive. He goes into the Jolteon as I just go for Overheat, and he's going to go for the Z Gigavolt Havoc and just do a lot of damage. I'm just going to go for Overheat here because I don't really need my Rotom at this point. He does switch into Entei, and I will get off a little bit of damage, 15%. And now he kills me with Extreme Speed, which is great. Because, as I said, I do know he's Scarf, so I'm just going to go into my Gourgeist, because I know he can't hit me with E-Speed. I'll just go for Shadow Sneak here and knock out the Jolteon. So, now he's going to send in the Entei again, and I can't stay in just in case. So I'm going to actually I do stay in, sorry. I just stay in and sack it off with a Shadow Sneak because now I know my Tapu Koko can just clean up in webs. So I'm just going to go for a Thunderbolt twice and knock out the Entei, and then when he sends in the Beedrill, I'll be able to knock that out as well. So I am going to win this game 3-0, which is really nice. This actually puts me in the lead in both my division and my conference. Everybody in my division lost week 1 except for me, and only one other person in my conference won, which was only a 1-0. And since I won 3-0, I have the best differential and record out of my entire conference, which is great. Being in the lead like that, even though it may be too early to tell, is a great start. And after week 1, I actually did make a couple transactions. I free agented Metagross and Tentacruel to pick up Slowbro and Tyrantrum. Since I had Bisharp, I didn't really feel like I needed Metagross, and Slowbro was a bulky water I'm much more comfortable with using. So I figured getting rid of Metagross' Psychic type, I could pick up Slowbro instead of Tentacruel, which gives me more reliable recovery on my team as well. And I'm really hoping I can use those well in the future. This has been week 1 of the WPL Season 6. I'll link my opponent's Slaybait in the description, and thank you for watching.